I'm Frank Hermes, and this is Rocket Electronics. And this is the series of videos that will hopefully orient you to the features and use of the new RockeTiltometer. Hi, this is a series of videos on the functions and features of the RockeTiltometer, which is a new device that is designed to monitor the attitude of your rocket in flight and either allow or inhibit ignition depending upon whether or not the rocket has exceeded a critical angle that you set off of the vertical or z-axis. And we're going through some of the particular subsystems or components of the RockeTiltometer. In this session, we're going to address T1, which is the external auxiliary Raven inputs, or outputs, I should say. One of the features of the RockeTiltometer is that you can nest a Raven flight computer on the motherboard, so to speak, and use the Raven Pyro Channel 4 to act as an external trigger for the RockeTiltometer to call for ignition. There are various parameters that you can set for the different Raven Pyro channels. You can refer to the you can refer to the Featherweight Altimeter's website, get a user manual for the Raven, and it will orient you to the multitude of features of the Raven. And in this case, we use channel 4, and you can set it from anything from just being a pure timer, a certain amount of seconds after boost or burnout, and a staged, all the way up to a more exotic coast optimization system that we'll describe in another video, where you use lots of parameters out of the Raven to help you be sure that you are actually still flying vertical, what your air or your velocity may be, how much time has elapsed, etc. So we use channel 4. Well, we wanted you to not have to waste the other features of the Raven, so we brought the other pyro, the other 3 pyro circuits out to an external terminal strip on the RockeTiltometer. So pyro channels 1, 2, and 3, we use channel 4, so it's not available, but pyro channels 1, 2, and 3 are brought out on 2-wire circuits that you can connect E-matches or other igniters to. In the event that the source, the system source for the RockeTiltometer, normally it is what would also be used for the output of the pyro channels on the Raven, which is okay if you're using E-matches. There would be enough current capacity within the system to handle that. But if you got up and needed to take advantage of the heavy pyro draw that you can use on the Raven, then you may need to go to an external power source. And so you can attach an external power source to the terminal strip T1 on pins 9 and 10. There's a position for an on-off switch so that you don't run that battery down while the Raven's doing its continuity check. And then you have the other 6 terminals for 2-wire circuits for pyro channels 1, 2, and 3. And if you were going to use the external source for the Raven pyro channels, you would move the jumper from one position to another to select external. If you're just going to be using the system source for that, then you'd leave the jumper in the left-hand position. So that's T3.